This is a reminder. Take an ashwagandha gummy. This is a reminder. Take an ashwagandha gummy.
Good morning. Hi. Hey. Hello. How you doing? Thank you for clicking here. Come on in. Come on in. You found Periwinkle Palace Arts. This is my place on the internet. Who am I? I'm Princess Bun Bun. No, that's not my real name. What am I doing? I'm here, showing up at my art desk with my bun buns to do art with you and have a chat if you want. Join in. I'd be lonely. All right. What do you want to talk about today? I have a lot of things on my mind, but I don't know. I don't know what to talk about today. There's a lot going on. All right, so first thing we need to do, say good morning to the Bun Buns. Maya didn't sleep well last night, so she wants to take a nap now. But she's still here. Just like me, she shows up to do the art. And whatever happens, happens. Maya is my fibromyalgia bunny. I hate having to lift her shirt up, but you know, it's her fibromyalgia like stamp thing. It's a butterfly. And she's my sweet girl. She's the first bun bun that I got from this place. And she's my best friend. She goes everywhere with me. Now, she used to sit underneath my laptop, but this weekend I moved my whole laptop and there's not enough room for her under there. So we're just going to put her over here for now. And she has her pillow right there to lay on. We also have Shivers. This is Shivers. Shivers is, excuse me. Shivers is part of the Fear Response collection from the Bun Bun Shop. And this is Freeze. So he has like furry belly. And I don't really know why, but it's soft and I like the texture. And little sparkly antlers. And he has, I think this just means cold. They're alchemical symbols and I can't remember them all. So I have to get the list out. I have to make a list. Anyway, this is Free's response, and his name is Shivers. Isn't he cute? He's a sweetheart. Do you want to be in the cup holder? Or do you want to... Oh, you don't want to be in the cup holder today. Your butt is cold? Well, I thought all of you was always cold. It is? So I tell you what. We'll go wrap you up in your bunny ears so you won't be cold. There you go. You want to sit next to Maya? Okay. And we also have Rora. And Rora, you've probably met Rora before. Rora has beautiful patterning in her ears and on her feet and her paws. And she is the Aurora Borealis bunny. She has these little things on her ears. Again, they're alchemical symbols, and I'm not good at remembering what they are. And she has it together on her tummy, but they're split apart on her ears. It's two different ones. My favorite thing about Rora is her eyes. Can you see those eyes? Look how pretty those eyes are. She just wants to say hello, hello. This is a dress that I got for her. It didn't come with her. It came with the hair bow. And I just think she looks stunning in it. She just looks stunning in it. How you doing today? Great? Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're doing so well. Okay, pretty. Do you want to sit in the cup holder? Okay. Why? Because it makes your dress floof out? Okay. You guys, I'm obsessed with these bunnies. I can't help it. And even if I wasn't streaming, they would be here with me. I take them everywhere, as many as I can. Excuse me. Okay. We are doing something completely different today. My voice is a little weird. Pretty sure I have strep throat. I get it a lot because my poor husband is a carrier. And I didn't know you could be a carrier. But he's had strep throat so many times in his life that it just never goes away anymore. And so he gets it bad. He takes the antibiotics, but it's still in his mouth, or it's like in his sinuses. And so sometimes it flares up, and when it flares up, I usually end up with strep throat too. So I'm going to try to message my doctor and be like, my strep throat carrier had a flare up again, and now I have strep throat. Can I please have some antibiotics too? I don't want to go to the doctor just to get antibiotics. I don't want to go to a walk-in clinic. I hate it. I usually end up sick with something else. Okay, so I've been working on this spiral. If you don't know what a spiral is, what I call a spiral, is a spiroglyphic. And it's a pattern, a design, that somehow these genius people turned into a broken up image, and you color in between the lines around and around and around, and then you get to see the design. Now, the books that I get them out of, you can absolutely look in the back of the book and it has like the solution. So, you know, if you do like I did when I first started doing these and really mess it up and you can't even tell what it is, you can look in the back of the book. But I don't until after I do it. So I have no idea what I'm coloring. And the truth is, you can see it better on the computer screen than I can see it in front of me. But my computer screen has the image reversed so that it will display correctly for you. So I can't even see it on the computer screen until I'm done. You can see it, I cannot. Okay, so I'm using still the blue Pigor microns. I'm using the 005, and the 03. The 03 is 0.35 millimeters, and the 005 is 0.20 millimeters. I'm using the small one to outline the lines, and I'm using the bigger one to come back in and fill this in. And I do these a lot. They're just like an activity to keep my hands busy sometimes, especially in the nighttime. Well, not in the middle of the night, but like when we're watching TV. I'll just sit there and do these. But I also do them. Did you see what I just did there? I made a crazy line. I also do them because it's just like something to help my hands kind of loosen up and all that, because I have arthritis and stuff, and this time of year they start getting kind of bad, so I do them more often. I have a tendency to switch up my activities and arts depending on my physical ability at the time, and also like what's got my interest. So sometimes I'll color for months and months and do nothing else, and then I'll do diamond art for months and months and do nothing else. But most of the time it's a back and forth thing, and I have to do my nails consistently, so I'm always doing that. But when I really get into the nail art, you'll see I do all kinds of nail art designs and make sets. I just realized that there's a dot in the middle of my screen. Let me fix that for you. Come here. Down. Yay. Okay. That's my accessibility dot. So I'm going to do this for a few minutes, just get my hands warmed up. And then we're going to set up, or kit up, as it's called by the people in the crafting community that do these projects. We're going to kit up a diamond painting this morning. And while we're doing that, I'm running my class videos for the next coloring classes that I'm going to do. I'm running those through my video captioner, so that we can start a class this afternoon if I get to come back for an afternoon session. I just don't know if I'm sorry, I got distracted by something said on the TV. It says dildo thrown at WNBA game. Y'all, I don't talk about dildos on here, but I'm watching the news and they said dildo. That distracted me. They're talking about stock markets or gambling or something. Did somebody throw a thing? Somebody trying to call me. I don't answer my phone unless it's somebody I know. And sometimes I don't even answer my phone then. Sometimes even if I try to answer my phone, I'll hit the reject button on autopilot. Like, I hit the reject button so often that I don't even think about it. I just do. Oh, that was my husband. Silly. Okay. All right. Yada, yada, yada. Let me focus for a little bit. So here's the thing. Like, I also do these spirals because it's just something to be mindful with, so that I can like focus and get in art mode. Now, two things that we need for doing art is we need bunnies or crowns on our head. And I have bunnies today. If you want to see how I made these bunnies, go back to last week's live streams. because we made all of these. I made one set in every color, and also white, black, brown, and black and brown. So they are just chilling on my head today, kissing noses. The other thing that we need for doing art here is coffee. If you don't have your coffee, what are you doing? Pause me. Pause me right now. Click that button and pause me. Go get your coffee. We need coffee. I have mine. Cheers. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, well. Let me move this a little bit so we can see the actual chat box. Ooh, okay. Let me try this again. I have a curiosity. What news sources do you guys get your news from? Do you even watch the news? You get it on social media? On the news channels, like cable news? Do you watch it on YouTube? Where do you get your news? Because I've noticed some things in the past. Well, I don't know how long ago I noticed it, but I did notice it. And it seems to me that depending on what news source you're using, you can get a completely different story about the same thing. Like on the one news channel I watched, I get a story about how this is bad and that is bad and that's bad and that's bad. And then on the other channel, I get a completely different story about how this is good and this is good and this is really good, and they're lying about that. And everybody's saying that the other one's lying. And I don't understand how did news get this way? Because when I was growing up, granted, I didn't really pay attention to the news because I was just a kid. But when I was growing up, I felt like if you watch the news, you're getting a report on a thing that happened and went a certain way, and it was the truth. Right? I thought that's what news reporting was. Like, I thought that's what it was. And maybe it was never that way. Now, I know, we hear all kinds of things about this media, that, and that media, the other, and it seems to be, to me, way worse than it's ever been, where there's like a split. And some people say this and some people say that, and I'm concerned that we're not getting the truth at all. So I'm curious about where you guys get your news, because um, I'm actually looking for multiple sources so that I can get news from different places, so that it says like, this thing's bad, and then the other one says this thing's good, and maybe one in the middle, so that I can hear all of it and try to figure it out myself. But I feel like also that I might need a crystal ball to actually figure it out, because it doesn't seem to me that anybody's telling the real thing, which is frustrating, because I just want to understand what's going on in the world, and there's a lot going on in the world, and it's hard to know what to believe in and what to vote on, what to rally around. So, yeah, I'm looking for other news sources. Let me know if you know of any that could be useful. I don't know why, but that's really bugging me today. News should not be like a confusing thing. News should just be facts. The facts. I want to know the facts, especially when it comes to like war and politics. And, well, I don't know if politics has ever been about facts. Has it? And I feel like politics has always kind of been about lies. People just say what they want you to believe until you elect them, and then they're like, okay, cool, now I can do whatever I want. And they don't do the things that they said they were going to do. And then they do crazy things that they never said they were going to do. And everybody gets mad. And that pretty much sums up what I think about everything right now, is nobody's doing what they said they were going to do, and everybody's doing things they didn't say they were going to do, and everybody's getting mad. Everybody seems to me to be mad about something. So yesterday, after I got myself really confused and kind of depressed, I decided to stop watching the news. And I went to watch some TED Talks for a little while. And then I got bored with that. So then I went back to watching something I used to watch way back. Not way, way back, but like 2020. Was Bailey Sarian. I love Bailey Sarian. I like her murder mystery and makeup series, but I also like her Dark History series. And Dark History is my favorite, actually. And I watched it so much that I watched every single video she had made, and then I was sitting there waiting impatiently for the next videos. And I got distracted, and I stopped watching Bailey Sarian for like a long while. Because I started watching other things. I honestly, I kind of blame Bailey for getting me interested in true crime at all. Like, I never really liked that. I didn't like it at all. And then I started watching Bailey Sarian, and so when I ran out of her videos, YouTube obviously started suggesting other people who do true crime for me to watch. So I started watching that. And I forgot that Bailey was still making videos. So I have a whole bunch of videos now to watch. So I'm not going to watch the news today very long. Just my main shows. I like to watch Philip DeFranco. I like Luke Beasley. And these are not news media channels. They're more like YouTube channels that cover the news. I also like the Midas Touch network. And who else? I don't know who else. But Tyler Cohen is Tyler Cohen. I like him. I've been watching like worldwide news channels lately because, like I said, news is confusing, and I feel like the news from the U.S. is really confusing, and I feel like it seems like I get a more I don't know what to call it, balanced viewpoint from watching news that's outside of the U.S. But again, I don't know. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Somebody did start throwing dildos at the WNBA games. That's strange. Why? Why? Why are people throwing the dildos? It's not something I never expected myself to be saying dildos on stream, but yo, you could hurt somebody with that. Oh, yo, it's illegal to throw dildos at games. Is there a serial dildo throwing group at NBA games out there? A serial dildo throwing group. Say that 3 times fast. I'm not doing it. I can't say anything 3 times fast. I could barely say things 1 time slow. You can bet on whether or not a dildo is going to be thrown on the on the on those online betting sites. This is ridiculous. What? Okay, real quick, let me tell you something. Right here, over here in the corner, there is a screen share in the box. somewhere right here. I can't see it right now. Where you can see my Spotify mini player. And the reason that's there is because I listen to music all day in my ear. And so, yeah, you can see what I'm listening to, because sometimes I start dancing or singing and I can't stop myself. So instead of like getting myself copyrighted and playing the music in the background for you guys, I decided I'd just put it up on the screen like that. So you weren't like wondering, what is that girl dancing to? If it happens, when it happens. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Let's get started on the kitting up. Now, I call diamond painting blinging because for some reason, diamond painting is hard for me to say. Okay, what we're going to do is take all these out of here and we're going to put them into each little jar. We're going to label the jar with these, and then we're going to put these little round stickers, clear stickers on the top of it. And that is how you kit it up. It's like a kit that you get a kit and then you have to put it into the stuff so that you can use it, which is a little bit of a PETA, which is a pain in the A. But it's kind of meditative. So let's open her up. Oh, I gotta do something else real quick. Let's see if I have one in here. Yeah. So these diamond drills can get really staticky. So I have this, and all it is a container. It's little strips of a fabric softener sheet. And all I do is I open all the jars up and I cut little pieces and I stick them in the jars. So let's open them up. I need a little container, a bucket. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, I promise. I know it says I need coffee, but I'm back. I got some containers. One for trash, because this creates a lot of trash. And I don't like having it all over me. This does that thing that I don't like, where it gets staticky little pieces of paper on me. I don't like that. So I'm just going to take all these little lids off. I think that everybody who does this kind of comes up with their own little process for it. This is my process, and it kind of changes every time I do it. Now, yesterday afternoon, I got the diamond painting mostly mounted. I did that on camera with you guys. I don't know how it came out, but we got it mostly done. I still have to finish it, but it's the biggest one I've ever done. The next biggest one I've ever done was about half the size of this one. So it's pretty big. That's one of the reasons I moved my cameras around this weekend, so that I have room on my desk for it. There's, I think, 40 colors in this, 41 colors in this kit. Usually there's at least one or two of the colors that there's more than one package of. So I always grab a few extras. Okay, let's set this aside for a second. Now I'm gonna get my scissors and like a pair of tweezers. I don't even need to use the tweezers really, but sometimes I gotta poke it in there. Where's my scissors? There they are. I just cut like a little piece and put it in there. I know that I'm probably one of the few people that is really bothered by things sticking to me with static. But it's also not just that. That's not the only reason I'm doing this. When the little diamond drills, when they're staticky and you go to try to use them, they can stick together, they can stick to the jar, they can bounce in your tray. It's just a pain. So after I put them in the jar, I shake it with the little piece of fabric softener in it, and it just takes the static out of them. It doesn't matter what size or shape it is. You just, doesn't matter. It's not for decoration or anything. Functionality. That's what it's for. It's for functionality and efficiency. Where did it go? Oh, there it went. And one more. Okay. That's that. I just keep these in my little desk drawer. And like, even after I'm done using the ones in these jars, I just, when I empty them out, which is called kitting down, I just leave the fabric softener piece in there for the next time I use the jar. Okay, next thing we have to do, look at all these sparkly things. There's so many. So many. So many. Okay, you have to cut them all apart. And I use my big scissors for this. I use them upside down because it's just easier. So you just cut them apart. I've tried to do this without cutting them packages apart before, and let me tell you, it just doesn't work. I don't really worry about what order they're in once I cut them apart, because I'll look at the label and figure it out. They have numbers on them right here. Yeah. Can you see that? Like, there's numbers on them. It's kind of like a cross between paint by number and cross stitch and making a mosaic. It's like a bunch of different crafts that came together to create this craft. These numbers right here, I think, let me double check what I'm saying. I'm making a mess on my desk. Yeah, the numbers that are on here, they're called DMC numbers, and they correlate to the numbers that, I've never done cross stitch, okay, but they correlate to the numbers of cross stitch thread colors. Ow, I kind of cut in my finger. I should be more careful. These scissors are sharp. I'm a very clumsy person. I really am. I cut myself again. No, that one's just a straight. We're okay. Okay, so like, see, this is number 336, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 packages of this one. So that'll take several little jars. Okay, that's that part done. It's a process, a kind of a long process, but it's a process. So the first jar we're going to do, I'm going to try to find number 161 in here, because a couple of my stickers came unstuck, and I don't want to lose any more. Why am I have no idea what color this is either. 791. I'm looking for, I don't know why I said 616. It's 161. Nine 6-1. I think it's probably gonna be like a blue one. That's 160. And 161. And yeah, the reason I was looking for that one is because this one is coming unstuck, and I don't want to lose the stickers. I've already lost one, but these two came unstuck too. So I also want to find 3608. 3608. It's a pink one. Oh, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, right? Okay, I have those two. Okay. So, I'm going to grab these two. I'm going to put this sticker on here. And to keep them on there, I use these round clear stickers. And I just put the clear sticker right on top of the sticker from the kit. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to be on there so that the sticker doesn't peel off. Oh, you can't see me, can you? How's that? Better? This is the size of the dot of the diamond drill. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty tiny. And it's very sparkly. Some of them are even extra sparkly. I'll show you those. They're called special drills. Okay. So I use a special funnel. I bought it from a shop online because, man, my hands, I tell you what, they're shaky. And I can't tell you how many of these diamond drills are all over my floors in my house. You don't ever find them all. And I used to freak out when I spilled them because I was like, oh my goodness, now I'm not going to have enough. But guess what? You'll have enough. They send you plenty. So unless you spill every single last one of them. And this is just, it's blue plastic tack or poster putty, some people call it, which I use for like everything. If it needs to stick, I'm probably going to put plastic tack on it. So, and there's some on the inside of there too, like right in there. There's dust. You can tell I haven't used this in a while. So, I put that on there, and I stick it down to my tray, like that. And then grab a jar, which already has the little fabric softener piece in there. I put that in there, and then we're gonna open the thing. And the way I like to do it is I cut right on the corner, and of course, do you see how that flipped over and stuck to me? And then I just pour it into the funnel. This funnel is specially made to fit these bottles. I also have one for square bottles, and I have them for also for skinny square bottles. I bought them all from the same place. They're 3D printed. I really like this pattern. I think it's very pretty. I like anything that's rainbow. And you put the lid on. Make sure your lid matches your number, matches your colors, and you're good to go. Oh, and shake it. That's all it takes. You shake it a little bit, just a little. And that helps get rid of the static. So, I have no idea how long this is going to take me. Again, it's been a while. It's probably been at least a year since I've put together a diamond painting kit. Let me scoot my little trash container over. I don't want them sticking to me. Okay, and that's that. So now, I probably should put them in order, in some sort of order. I don't know. I feel a little scatterbrained at the moment. Yeah, let me try to put them in order. I don't know how, but so I think we'll start with the specials because that's these ones up here. There's a certain number, I think it might be 154, of drills that are specially coated. So let's grab the ones that are under 160. We'll just do that first. I hate sorting. That's 162, 158, 120, 100, 129, 159. You got to make sure that you read them right side up. It's like, that could be confusing, but there's a line at the bottom, the number, because that could be like read wrong. 340, that's 155. 164 and 111. Okay, so I have these first ones up here. And get a handful of the lids. It's not important to do them in order, but sometimes it makes it a little bit easier. All right. Clear sticker. Jar. So these are specials. They're like, most of the time they're AB, they're called AB, which is the Aurora Borealis coating. And they are kind of like holographic on the top. And into the jar. This used to be a really difficult process for me until I got this funnel. Now it's super easy. My hair's bugging me. Okay, the next one we need is 111. They send you a package that's got like so many of the drills in it, depending on how much of it is going to be on the painting. So they send you like a lot. going to show you these. I feel like these are really easy to see the sparkle on. So this one that's upside down, see if I can get even closer. So there's one that's upside down right there. You can see the actual color of the drill. But if you look at the other two, you can see that they have like a coating on them and they have a little bit of extra sparkle. So without that coating on there, it would look just like this. Or like it looks on the bottom. They're only coated on the top. And they just add some wow to it. These colors of the drills, they do actually match up to those cross stitch numbers. I've seen some of these kits where it's a partial drill, which means that the whole thing is not covered with the drills. It's partially either just canvas and then partially covered with drills, or it's got the drill area and the not drilled area you can cross stitch through. So you can do thread and little diamonds. Okay, next is 120. That's this one. And you can definitely match up the colors to the drills if you're doing cross stitch. I shouldn't have did that just yet. I find this to be a very mindful task. So even though it can be a little bit annoying to do all of this, if you kind of just let yourself get into it, it's fun. This is not a craft that I ever would have thought I was interested in. Somebody else got me interested in it, and for a little while it kind of took over my life, actually. Not forever, but for a little while. All right, 129 is this one. This is also a special drill. I think that it's 154 is what it goes up to. I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. It's kind of hard to see which ones have clear dots on them, so after a little bit, I just tear this off and move the sticker. Okay. The next is 155. If you're confused what I'm looking at to get the number, the part that I'm using right now is the number in the white part. I used to make these labels by hand. I don't know why I did that. I guess at first I didn't realize, or maybe I didn't get a diamond painting kit that had the stickers in it. I don't know why. Maybe I think I was buying some less expensive ones. There's these big ones from like Diamond Art Club or Dreamers Designs. They're kind of pricey, but I've bought cheap ones and I've bought the pricey ones, and I like them all. So I tend to buy big ones that are really, really pretty and really, really what I want. And I buy smaller ones or even little stickers that you can do, or like sun catchers that you can make. I like to buy those just to have them to do when I'm not working on a big one. So 155. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go up to 154 because this is 155 and it's not a special. It's just a regular. And they are staticky inside of the bags. So I try to do like this to get them all out. I gotta change my music here. There we go. Okay. 158. This one has a lot of trash drills in it. I'll show you what those are another time. They're like little pieces of the plastic that didn't get quite shaped right. $159 is next. And sometimes you get little ones that are like smashed in where it seals, like that. Don't worry about it. I used to think, oh my goodness, I lost some drills in the process. I'm not gonna have enough. You'll have enough. I promise you'll have enough. Not only that, you can buy these individually. There's places where you can buy every color I spilled a couple of those. Those aren't the same color though. I don't know what color they are. It's got to be one that I already opened, right? Probably. Let's see. Oh, yep, it's this one. I didn't really need to do that, but I'm not going to just throw them away. Sometimes I get frustrated and I'll just, if I spill a few, I'll clean up as much as I can and just swipe the rest on the floor. It's 160. Don't pour your drills through the funnel before you put a jar under it. I've done that before. I've also put the lid on a jar and put it in there, and then the drills just like fly out instead of going into the jar. I've also done that many times. The thing about this is you're gonna get these everywhere. Don't even think you're not. You will. If this craft is something that you choose to do, you will have this all over your house eventually. So, if you don't want that, I recommend that you have like some kind of specific, like, I don't know, you could put like a carpet in your work area that will catch them all, and then you can just vacuum that carpet. But look, I go to bed after doing one of these and I have them stuck to me everywhere. But it's really fun. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't have 164, but that's because I lost the sticker. Okay, I'm going to show you that it's not a big deal. On the edge of your diamond painting, you will have a key. I don't use the key. I don't need it. But what I am going to do, I'll show you. I left this open when I mounted it just because I knew I was going to need to do this. So I'm going to go on here and I'm going to cut this right out of the canvas. There's one on the other side too. There's usually one on opposite sides, but on both sides of your diamond painting, usually. On the Diamond Art Clubs, it's always on both sides. So you got one over here, and then there's another one over here. I'm gonna take this, trim it, and grab my favorite double-sided sticky tape, which has doggo hair on it. Ew. Okay, we can just take that off. Gross. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Let me go, please. Alright. Get a little piece. stick this to the lid. I said a little piece, didn't I? That's not a little piece. Okay, whatever. I just folded it over and it stuck to itself, so we'll leave it like that. I'm going to take the piece of the thing off the canvas, stick it on there, and then to make sure that the double sticky tape doesn't stick to everything, it's being difficult. Don't be mean to me. Whatever. I'm going to skip it and go to the next one. And make sure I get that over the double-sided sticky tape. And you have a label. Wait, did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one. Let's try that again. I have the label for 162. So which one am I missing? I have 164. What did I do? 161 that I didn't have? 59, 160, yeah. Okay, it's 161 that I don't have. Let's try this again, guys. I'm just gonna tape this back down later. I haven't finished taping it all the way. And the reason I didn't finish it last night is because I knew I was gonna have to do this. You really don't need the whole thing, but I like to get the whole thing. I like my labels to match. That's just me. You could also just, you know, handwrite this. I'm just gonna grab the edge of this here, pull it off. Don't need that. And stick this one on here. Okay, now I don't even see the package for 161. Did I mess this up, guys? Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Maybe I just didn't grab it out of here at all. Let me check. 159, 111. This happens sometimes. 120, 158, 160, 155, 129, it's 162, and this is 164. Wow, I didn't think I would mess this up so early, to be honest. 3608. 161 is one of the first ones I did. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm such a goon. I did 161 first, because here it is. Okay, because that one came off, remember? It came off the sticker sheet. So I already did that one. So I didn't need 161. I did need that's 9. Okay, I'm not missing any here. What I'm missing over here is, I think, number 34. A stand corrected. I didn't mess anything up. I just got ahead of myself. So we'll have to do the same little process later, but for number 34. At least you got to see it a couple times. I feel so silly. All right, that was 164. I need another lid. It is kind of easy to get mixed up with this. It just is. I promise you that won't be the only time I get mixed up doing this project. Some of the lids don't exactly fit perfectly, and you have to work with them. And then sometimes I just have jars that I have different jars from different places, so sometimes the lids don't fit right. And apparently this lid doesn't fit right, which means it probably came off a different jar. I mean, maybe this one? No. Oh, I'm struggling. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a smaller jar. So dump out the little piece of what you call it, and I'm just gonna transfer them to this jar and put the lid on. That way I don't have to change the label. That would be more of a pain. And then that might be the only jar I have in there that's a mismatch. All right, let's keep going. I make a big mess when I'm doing this one. So don't get frustrated if you get mixed up. It's fine. What happened? Some static built up inside the funnel, and it started popping them everywhere. Okay. This is why we put the fabric softener in there, because of the static. Let me try to do this by hand, y'all. It's probably a bad idea, but it works sometimes. Can you see the static is like pushing them out? And it mostly comes from the bag, but Who? Come here. Let's see if I can get the static to go down some. I might have to put another piece in that jar. Can you see how the static is like kind of collecting them at the lid and they're just kind of clinging on there? That was fun. See, I didn't even find them all. I have extras just bouncing around over here. They're already all over my desk. Okay, let's pull out some more packages in order. So let's go from the 300s to the 500s. 100, 38, 7, Right, 554. 553, 336, 333, 598, 336, 336, 336, 552, 327, 550, 402, 327. Some of these are going to go in more than one jar, and I'll show you what we do when we don't have multiple stickers for a jar when we get there. It's getting close to lunchtime, but I'm feeling spiffy today. Spiffy. What do I mean by spiffy? I mean, I'm kind of into this right now. I'm supposed to go to lunch every day, but what if I just stayed online? I'd probably get in trouble. There's my scissors. I thought I lost them for a minute. Now, if these pop out of here again and it's the funnel's fault, I'm going to go get a dryer sheet, a big one, and just wipe the inside of it. But let's see. Yep. Ugh. I call these jumping blings when they're staticky like this. Oh my goodness. Okay. We need a dryer sheet. They're even staticking to me. Get off. It's like kind of like bedazzling yourself, I guess. All right. I just kind of like press them into my finger a little bit and then wipe them off on the edge of the jar. I've tried picking them up all kinds of ways before, and look, this is what works for me. My goodness, that was a mess, wasn't it? And let me see if I can do this with just a little strip. Sometimes the static does build up in the little funnel. I felt that. See if I can just. Sometimes it takes a fresh one. Just give it a little swirl, and then I'm going to come on the bottom too. It won't stop it completely, but it will help. Okay. If that doesn't work, then we'll go get a full-size sheet. And I'll take it and then I'll fold it and I'll run it through the funnel, like back and forth. So next we need 333. Please don't go everywhere. Okay. This is going to be a mess, guys. That one was just, it was too many. There was, I think, yeah, it filled up. I don't know how we're going to keep this from being a mess. Everywhere. Is that the same color? No. I need to pull the jar out. I don't know what we're going to do here. Okay. I'm sorry if this is driving you crazy. This is just part of the process. It's part of the process. Okay, I got a bunch that went off my little tray over here. Let me grab those too. This is one of my little trays. This is one of my favorite trays. This one came from Diamond Art Club. It came in this kit, actually. And I've used it before. Still got a little bling in there. There. I'm going to scrape these into the tray. Same thing here. There we go. So that's how many fit in a jar. Now you know. And put this other jar in there. Go ahead and put the rest of these from the package in this jar. And then, I love this tray. I'll pop this out. Okay, so now we have two jars with the same color in them. We also have a tiny piece of, what's it called? Blue tack stuck in there that came off of the inside of my funnel just now. Hang on. Oh yeah. So we're gonna get that out of there. Okay, so we have these blank ones down here. Just gonna get a pen, and I don't even need to write the whole thing down. So we have 333, and I'm just gonna write the H for the symbol on there in a little square box. And then I'm going to write 3, 3, 3. I'm going to let that dry because it's kind of glossy. Right. That was fun, yeah? And then we're going to peel this one off. Put it on the second jar. Try not to smudge it. And then I just put the extra one at the back of my little containers so that when I run out, all I do is I take the lid off of this one and this one. So this one will be empty. And I'll take the lid off of this one and swap them and then just start using it out of this jar. Used to dream about space, but now they're laughing at your face saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. 21 Pilots. This is one of my favorite playlists I'm listening to right now. Right now. Oh, excuse me. That was like something like a hiccup and I don't even know what that was. Next we have 336. Okay, we need to grab several jars for this and we need to be careful pouring them in so that we don't make a huge mess everywhere. Because there's 1, 2, 4. Okay, there's 4 bags, so let's grab several jars. And pay attention while I'm pouring them. Okay, so this fits about a half a bag easily. These bags are really full. I think they're filled by weight. Okay, that one's not completely full. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. They're not spilling, they're jumping out because of static. I told you there was a lot of these ones. This is how you know what your background colors are. They're the ones that come with so many. Another one. I don't want to go to lunch today. Do I have to? I have to. At the very least, my dogs will yell at me. They will start yelling. They will fuss. And also my children like to come out when I go to lunch and we have chit chats. Yes, my children actually enjoy talking to me and I enjoy talking to them. I don't know how I got such good kids. It wasn't me. I know that. I didn't do it. It must have been my husband. It's his genes. I might have to go get a few more jars, y'all. I don't know if I grabbed enough because I didn't know that there was going to be, that it was going to fill up so many jars with these. Oh man, come on. Stop jumping around. Like it's not even full. It's just static. Crud. You know, this is part of the process of doing a diamond painting. It just is. You just kind of, if you're going to do this craft, you have to get used to the concept, you know, that you're going to spill them everywhere. And this is exactly why when I first learned about this craft, I was like, I am not doing that. But I got convinced to try it. And I sort of became a little bit obsessed. I used to get really mad whenever I spilled them. I don't anymore. I just laugh. But what are you going to do? Are you going to get mad at the art? That's not why we do art. We do art for fun, and for mindfulness and peace, and stress relief, creative outlet. That's why we do it. We don't do it to get mad at the art. That's not to say I never get frustrated, y'all. I do. And sometimes I get fed up. But I try to keep things in perspective. Let me shake this with my hand on top. I know I shouldn't do this. That helped a little bit. To shake the little fabric softener down in there. It helped. A little. I can still see that it's staticky. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more jars when I go to lunch. I estimated how many extras I would need. I did not estimate enough. So those 4 bags filled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 jars. Okay, I'm gonna label these and then I'm gonna go to lunch and we'll come back after lunch, hopefully. I can't ever promise an afternoon stream, especially not with how my meds are right now. Right now they get me through the morning, kind of guaranteed, but all right. How many extras do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a star. I'm gonna try to draw a star. Yeah, I'm not good at drawing stars. I'm not. I'm not gonna try to put it in a box though. Didn't I just tell you I can't draw stars? Let's try that again. Okay, that's better. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I color them in because they're solid stars. Sometimes that makes a difference. Sometimes you'll have a closed star, and then you'll have another symbol that's an open star. You can get confused. I used to do them try to do them in the color, but I wasn't good at that either. So now I write the number 3, 3, 6. I use the tweezers to remove the stickers so that I don't smudge them. Oops, I smudged that one. Oh well. Okay. I'm a little bit conflicted right now. I'll tell you why. I said when we started this morning that I was going to do this part this morning, and then this afternoon we were going to color. I'm not sure which I want to do now, because I want to finish this. I also want to color. So, I don't know what I'm going to do if I come back after lunch. I guess we'll find out after lunch. That is all the time we have for this morning's art session. We have to go to work. Not work. I have to go to lunch and do my chores and let my dogs outside, take my medicine, and do my meditation. And I like to do a little stretch at lunch. Like, it's not really doing yoga, but I do some yoga poses and stretch, so that my body like gets a break from sitting here, and it's a little bit of activity. And sometimes I sing really loud and dance in the kitchen while I do my chores. So I have to go to lunch. Otherwise, I would just sit here with y'all and keep going. But that is not how we do this. So we got about half of this done. But we're in the flow now, so it'll go easier. Yeah, thank you for hanging out with me this morning or watching the video later, if that's what you're doing. I appreciate you being here. And don't forget, let me know where you get your news from. I'm really curious, because I am actively looking for other news sources. I want to see what everybody's saying, not just what, I guess you could say, one side. Is it sides? I don't want to see just what one side says. I want to see what everybody says. I want to get the truth. And maybe that's not possible in today's day and age, you know? But I'd like to try. So let me know what kind of news you watch or listen to. I'll give it a shot. And yeah. Hopefully I will see you this afternoon in an hour or so. If not, I'll be right back here tomorrow morning. Promise. Cross my heart and stuff. Around 8:30. And yeah. Thanks for coming to Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, here with my bunnies. And we did art this morning, sort of. I mean, this is art. It's preparation for art. So